Hello and welcome back to the Hayden Show, where I've shrunk.
Look, I can only afford one decent chair.
So, yes, we're starting a new deep dive kind of adventure.
Series 5. We're on Series 5. We're on Series 5 now.
Really?
This is Series 5. Series 1, anime crossovers. Series 2, anime pilots. Series 3, prehistoric park. Series 4, Marvel pilots.
You can still make this shit.
Yes, we're on Series 5. We've managed to get to Series 5.
Oh my God, these poor viewers.
You've lasted longer than Mugcast.
Well, anything lasts longer than Mugcast. But yeah, so for this little deep dive, we're going to be doing House of Fools. I think we've already kind of
Already covered one.
Mm-hmm.
The Christmas special. So there was already a number 1 on this ranking before we even begin.
We're doing the
actual series, not the special.
Starting with episode 1.
The Conan affair.
I wonder what's going to be happening in it.
I don't know. Why don't you tell the audience?
Well, you never know from the title. But they try to watch Conan.
The Barbarian.
That one.
Get it right. Be specific.
Is it a different one?
There's a TV presenter called Conan, isn't there? There's an American presenter called Conan. Isn't it like Conan O'Brien or something like that? There's like a American, like a James Gordon type, like chat show guy.
An annoying person who thinks they're funny. Okay.
I don't know. I've never seen him.
I don't know about what James Gordon's like. But yeah, so it's the whole premise of this episode is pretty much Bob gets a date, but also the entire house is full of shit.
Not actual. Well, the kettle's full of shit.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Could be the Sugar Puffs, but no, it was the kettle.
Yeah, it might be the Sugar Puffs, but it could be the kettle, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically that is kind of the premise of this particular episode. It's very introductory, very piloty, because like we get to meet all the characters for the first time, and it's pretty much just you see their personalities.
Well, they explain who they are with their song.
Yeah,
you don't get any person who ever keeps a song after this is beef. Everyone other side characters is more like just the walking. Like, all right, it's made from like the last episode. Obviously, everyone in this episode actually gets like an actual introduction. I mean,
you learn about them.
Yeah, who they exactly are and what relation they are, sort of, to the group.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we meet Bosch for the first time, and it's a lot different to the one in the Christmas episode because it's where you first
meet him.
Basically force himself into the house and be like
with his whooping cough. Woo! A whoop!
Hoop. Whooping cough. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, obviously it's a bit of a scrounger. He'll pay rent for £1. And yeah, we get introduced to Beef, who Beef's probably the only character in the entire show where it doesn't really change. Because each one has their own little evolution, and Beef's just Beef. He just comes in every now and then. Random. He's probably the best character.
Yeah, easily.
Well. We also get more into Bob and Vic as well. At the start, I mean, learn about their friendship and stuff, and also it's the start when like basically Vic's getting on Bob's nerves.
Bob wants him out. Wants to kick him out the flat. He's just full of shit.
He's bringing loads of shit.
Yes, exactly. And he's destroying everything with his goddamn gauntlet.
Which a good example of showing how random the show is. In the very first episode, he's literally walking around dancing with a fucking gauntlet. There's a whole scene of like him breaking it, and it shows you how their kind of comedy is to overuse the joke and to basically keep it dragging, and it works for them. It's like the whole him being stuck in like the picture and like
okay, sit there.
Take a seat. And then he did the exact same. Then he turned up the gauntlets in the TV.
It sets up even more shenanigans.
Yeah, it shows how like cartoonish it can be. Like it's very slapstick. Like there's a whole bit where Vic is stuck in a wall with his like arse. Like his whole like bottom half is stuck on Julie's flat.
Julie that basically wants to have sex with him.
Yeah, like it continues her trend of taking pictures of people's crop.
Right, it starts a trend.
Starts it, that's true.
Everything's a start because it's the first ever episode.
She takes pictures of crotches.
Specifically, the Bob as the
exterminator.
Well, no,
gas man.
It was a gas man. It was a gas leak. And he's just like, oh, hello. He takes the mask and goes, whoa, look at that.
It's very, very slapsticky. I mean, like, the flashback to, like, oh, don't let me go in Julie's. The flashback to her trying to shove a pickle up his ass. Was it cucumber?
It was a cucumber.
Same thing. Pickle, cucumber, same thing.
A big old cucumber. Trying to put up his ass. And he's just there. He's like trying to squirm away from her.
But he still gets should stuff up his ass.
Just not by Julie, by Bob.
Yeah, because they did the whole, like...
him yelling at Julie in the
word
kitchen.
joke of, like, oh, just give the room a wipe with a tea towel.
Dirty
Bob
dishcloth.
hearing it, and Bob hear it and thinks, okay.
And he's like really confused, but he's like, okay.
Shove it in with a spoon.
Give it a good ram with that spoon. And obviously, it's the reaction of him basically getting the stuff filled up his ass.
It's a good example of showing how childish they are as well. Like, the idea of, like, Vic. Like, she says, oh, we have like 10 sexes, and like, we haven't had any sex. What do you think the spoon was? And in his head, he's like, oh, that was sex.
And he starts bragging. He's like, oh, look, I just had
sex.
And then he's seeing a guy running with a spoon, being like, thinking, wait, did you just have sex with a spoon?
And the very end of the episode, Bob is like, when he finally gets with his date, he's like, there's the spoon, because to symbolise him, he's just had sex. I do like how childish they are, and
they're a bunch of morons.
Yeah, and it's.
I mean, Beef is the one who puts a metal can in a microwave because he gets if he believes that a TV is a microwave at the same time.
Microwave, it can cook food. Like,
so he's got his tape of Blackula on, which you can't see, and he's got his can of pineapples inside.
Very, very tasty pineapple.
And then all you hear from next door is, whoa! As he's basically it's exploding.
It's the way when he first sees it, all electric, and he goes, "Whoa, a fireworks display!" It's very a good one to start with, I think, because it shows you just how extreme and wacky it can be.
I mean, he grabs Vic by the balls,
and you see it stretching and stuff,
and he slaps, and obviously this just make him go through the wall, and then you also got a really over-the-top Bob jumping over Vic.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, jump over me. He's like, I ain't going to move. No, I want to see your little balls as they're flying over me. And he's like really obvious green screen of him in the air. Like, whoa! As he's going
and as
flying.
He falls into the cupboard, he comes out a different cover. It's very...
With the cucumber and the... the tube.
It's like what I imagine watching a live-action cartoon like a proper...
Oh, this would have been fun to see live.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, like, you see a lot of stuff like... And they're thinking about something... Like weird, like puppet type.
Yeah, the weird marionette of a TV coming up his arse and then breaking and then wiping his arse. He's like, nah, I can't do that. And then the same thing with a donkey. And he rings up the beach. He's like, yeah, the beach. Can I buy you a donkey this afternoon? Yeah, that one would do. Hello? Oh, the phone go.
Oh, like obviously we do see those throughout the series, but for this episode, I think you get everything out. You know that obviously Bob's son hates him, and he's very weird. You learn literally.
He's weird with everyone. The thing is, I can't remember if it's just this episode or this series. He's a bit weird with most of them. Mm-hmm. So now, especially the second series, he's really up there with Vic. He's like, oh, hello, Vic. But you see in this one when his dad makes a reference that I want you to take him out. He's into like, oh, you want me to kill him? Okay, I'll do it.
I'll do that. Thank you, Father.
But obviously, you say, whereas later, how his character evolves later on, he's actually really into Vic, and Vic's like, oh, all right. Basically, they're all.
He basically sees Vic as the father.
The dad, the really cool dad he wants, even though technically speaking, they're both idiots. I mean, there's literally a scene where he's obviously Bob's toupee slightly coming off, and Vic gets a prick stick out and starts rubbing it on
the joke, because that's where
that's an ongoing joke. He's then basically trying to stick his hairpiece back down.
With a prick stick.
With a prick stick, yeah, because that definitely is going to work.
Oh, I like it because it's very wacky. I mean, like, there's a whole bit with when obviously Bob crashes for the kitchen, grabs like fucking like plate in a tube, like thing.
Yeah, what I said.
And what was it?
Cucumber was
it? Was it bigger than that? It was like
marrow, wasn't it, actually?
Yeah.
It might be, actually, it was marrow. Yes, Judy had the cucumber, he had a marrow.
Yeah, and as a punishment, Bob decides to tell Vic to put the tube
Right
over his neck and stretch.
So he can basically shoot the marrow into his mouth, and he does and eats it, and he enjoys it. Like, I would have made a good salad, that would. And he starts spitting all the seeds out in him.
It's very elaborate, and like I said, they get it out of the way for the first episode.
Yeah. Just
to show you, this is how fucking crazy this show's going to be. Get fucking used to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it works, definitely.
It's a decent pilot.
It gets you wanting to watch more, it's funny. But also you learn about the characters straight away. They have their own little songs, and you learn all about, like, obviously, Bob's son, how he came about his mum in Norway. It looks a bit like Sandy Toksvig.
Toksvik, isn't it?
No, Toksvig. She's a comedian.
Toksvik. Is that you pronounce it?
Sandy Toksvig. Toksvig.
Toksvig. Is that you pronounce it?
Sandy Toksvig.
Okay.
She's the one that.
I just didn't know you pronounce.
She's the host of QI.
I didn't know you was pronouncing it. That's why I was trying to work out how you try to pronounce it then. So I was trying to say the name, and I was like, how you fucking pronounce it? It's Toksvik or Toksvik?
You're tossing Vic off.
Wow. I had one of them once. I just had to use some toilet roll to wipe it off.
It's
good start to the series.
Yeah, and it shows more to come. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Like at the first watching it, you'd be like, "The fuck is this?" You watch the first episode, and you'd be like, "Right, so this is what the episodes are going to be like. This is what I'm getting into." You know, shut up. It's going to be fucking crazy. But the very first scene is just fucking crazy, which I think helps you walk into it.
It's good that they're 30-minute episodes. Nice little half hour. Half hour.
45 minutes might drag it a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like half hour is just about the right enough to get an actual sort of story out, and also the shenanigans at the same time.
I think the joke of each plot is
random,
just useless and weird, wouldn't make sense plots.
Yep.
So for this one, it's pretty
just
mild, I'd say.
Yeah, just trying to watch Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, but him getting a date with the beef, organise a date. Who also looks a bit like Sandy Toksvig. It's a weird she's one
of those types. It wasn't. She looked like she's one of those types in terms of obviously her personality and her build. It wasn't the less of the looks like it was more of the state.
To be fair, she did look like it in the date. She'd look a bit like the hair and stuff, the hairstyle, I think.
Well, I mean, you're the same person that was like, that's not freaking what's his name? What's the drummer that was in the Christmas one? He was like, oh, they get some random guy to pretend to be
Yeah, but I don't know.
What's the guy? What's his name?
Do.
I can feel it. Oh, what's his fucking name now?
All I can think of is the gorilla and the Cadbury's advert.
Yeah, what's his actual name? The guy?
I don't know.
You said it in the fucking last one.
Because you said it as well.
I can't remember his name. But yeah, the same person who said, that's not him, that's just some random bald guy.
Yeah, but I don't know what he looks
like. But in reality,
I know what
as soon as I started editing and getting information, it's like, no, it is actually that guy.
I know what Sandy Toksvig.
Yeah, carry on. Just give us a rating.
We're going to ratings now, do you?
You've been going for a while. You got everything out.
Okay.
It's nice to repeat yourself a little bit.
Okay, calm down.
if this glass was a sugar glass, I would have smashed it over the top of your head.
No, you wouldn't give a shit. If it's sugar glass, you do it anyways.
I was umming an hour in it. I was umming an hour in it, to be perfectly honest.
Right, ratings then, because you're dragging it on. I think for a start off, it's good. It's not the full intended craziness. It's crazy, but it's like
introduction level crazy.
Yes, it's you know what you're getting into, but the plot isn't like talking about fucking was the guy, the actor, Bruce Willis?
Oh yeah.
He's put.
I want my pie. I want my pie.
That's like really crazy. Mate.
That's like one of the next ones, I think.
Yeah, or like when I see Michelle Obama, like, how the fuck is this? Supposed to be them. Or how does it work? This one, it's more.
How's this drummer supposed to be that drummer?
Yeah. It's a simple plot. Whereas this, so I'd say I'd give it. I'd give it an 8 because it's not the same as the other ones. Oh wait, yeah. I keep forgetting.
Dodgy ratings.
They will change that to 98.
98.
I just add 90 to the.
Fucking hell, you gave the Christmas one 99.
Wait, it was Christmas one was good as well though.
Yeah, no, 98. I was expecting in the 80 region when you said like 8.
True.
I was expecting like that's how the conversion would work.
I'm trying to work out how my system works.
A conversion from like 8 would be in the 80 region. If you'd have said 9, then 98 would have worked in terms of converting it.
So we'll go with that then.
What?
We'll go with 80 then, because honestly, I've completely forgot what happens like with this stuff.
So you go with 80.
Sure.
Bang on 80.
Yeah.
Bang on.
Because it's introductory.
Okay.
It's not fully in depth
okay.
yet.
Okay. What part would you say is your favourite part?
Ooh. I like the flashbacks, and then, but I think mostly I'd say when you're stuck in the hole, and like the wordplay, like what he's saying to her. So, Bob does as well.
So when you try and communicate with Julie before knocking her out with his booze.
Chardonnay.
And then she's got a random red face.
Chardonnay.
What's that idiot doing over there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we're back now each week with this show. And obviously next week we'll move on to episode 2. Obviously you can check out obviously House of Falls. You can buy it on most like streaming platforms, and I believe you can still get it on DVD. Yes, DVDs do still exist.
Yep.
And it is definitely worth checking out. The show is. It's one of those crazy ones. If you're into like this over the top craziness, it's definitely up there as one of those type of ones.
Crazy mature
BBC comedy at its peak. So it's definitely something that's worth checking out. I mean, it's like 6 episodes each time, so it's like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Plus the Christmas special, so there's 13 episodes altogether. That's not too bad.
Quick.
And it's half hour an episode, and you know it's one of those things where if you watch it and you love the first episode, you'll get addicted. If you don't, then obviously it's not your cup of tea. But yeah, obviously you can check it out on most platforms. I think I got mine off Amazon Prime.
Yes.
But yeah, we hope you enjoyed, and we shall hopefully see you next time. Oh, before I forget, 80 put it into second place. Almost forgot. I always forget once. Always forget once. 80 would put into second because we've already got one in first. So first series 1 episode 1 is in second, with the Christmas special in first. Almost forgot it. Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And well, I'll see you on the next video.